Hi guys, hi. I'm going to do just one question tonight, and that comes from Stephanie Podmore, who emailed me and said, when did you know you were transgender and at what age? Um, was there an aha moment when it all made sense to you, and what were the clues, if any? Um, well, I guess I was probably about 5 or 6 years old when I first really became aware of being different to the other kids. Um, like in many ways, I had quite a typical childhood. Like I was quite a typical, little boy growing up. But you know, that doesn't mean to say that going on in my head was a whole other kind of dialogue of stuff. Um, so the incident that really kind of marks it out for me was when I was about 5 or 6 on a family holiday or family outing to Alton Towers. And, I got hair about this kind of long, probably like dungarees because it was 1986. And I was queuing to get on a ride with my dad. And another parent said to my dad, um, something like, that's really sweet, your little girl's coming on the ride with you. And my dad was obviously like, she's not a girl, she's a boy. And this story kind of got told quite often to like other parents, just as like a bit of a joke, like a funny anecdote. And like every time I heard it, being retold, um, I kind of thought, yeah, but like, I really wish I was a girl. And I liked that, someone had mistaken me for a girl. And I didn't know why, but for some reason, it kind of really, I don't know, it made me feel good. It made me feel happy. Um, and so that was probably like the first time that something actually really made me think about what was going on in my head, and then kind of be like, maybe that's it. Um, I would watch films like Superwoman, Splash, um, I don't know, other films and cartoon series from the 80s, like She-Ra, uh, you know, anything where there was like a female heroine, I would think they were really cool and I would want to be them. Or if I was playing games with friends and you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be He-Man. Okay, well, can I be Skeletor? And I'd be like, can I be She-Ra? And they'd be like, but you're not a girl. Why do you want to be She-Ra? And I'd be like, oh, sorry, is she a girl? I mean, and so I was kind of, I would always think the heroine was really cool, whereas like Superman and He-Man and people like that, I just, you know, what's cool about them, really? Um, so that was something as well that I was really, yeah, I would, in terms of who I'd want to be, I would see myself as, I want to be the woman in that because she rocks. Um, and then kind of moving on from that, like, was there an aha moment? Yeah, there were a few really massive ones. I think the first one was when I was probably about 7, and I was reading through like well, not reading, but like looking at the pictures, whatever, in the Sunday Telegraph or Sunday Times supplement, and there was a feature on Caroline Cozy, who, sorry, I've got a really bad throat at the moment. She was a Bond girl in the 80s, and then she people found out that she used to be a guy, and basically she was like a real glamour model in the 80s, and I think wrote an autobiography and was quite a famous transsexual of that era, and like a fashion model. And anyway, she was in this article and I was looking through it and I can remember it. I can remember it so vividly. Like I can remember how it was shot, like what she was wearing, what her hair looked like. Um, I'll put a link on here. I tried to dig out some pictures of the article because I'm sure they still exist online somewhere. But basically, she was in like a kind of pink silky nightdress. She'd got massive curly hair, like really 80s, and she just looked stunning. You know, she looked so beautiful. And I was looking at the pictures, and then I suddenly saw this, you know, Caroline Cozy. You know, I used to be a man. I changed my gender, and I was just like, what? She used to be a guy. And it was literally like somebody got my world and just turned it upside down, because this for me was like the first time that I realised that people can change their gender. You know, you do not have to, this is physically possible. You know, you can start life like this and you can change into a beautiful woman and be a Bond girl. And I just didn't know what to do. It totally blew my mind because she just looked so incredible, and I was really like stunned and excited, and at the same time quite sad because I didn't know. I was a bit jealous. I was like, I want to be her. How? You know, I'm a 7-year-old kid at primary school. What am I meant to do? How do I how do I tell people? How do I become this person that I can see in front of me? And so it was kind of a good thing and a bad thing all at once, because I kind of knew at that moment that, you know, I wanted to be a girl, basically. So that was that for me. And also, like, my brother went travelling when I was, I don't know, about 11. One of my brothers, and he went to Thailand and he came back, and this was kind of before anybody really knew about ladyboys, like the internet didn't exist, and he'd sent back like all these photographs. He used to send us postcards at the time, and he sent back a load of pictures, and there were these pictures of these like stunningly beautiful ladyboys, and they'd got like boob jobs, and like their boobs were like, you know, properly kind of on show, and like, you know, wearing really skimpy clothes. And my mum used to get this picture out, you know, like be showing friends like what my brother was doing on holiday, and she'd be like, yeah, you know, look at all these beautiful girls in Thailand, and they're men, look, they're men. And she'd like, you know, used to kind of, I don't know, find it quite amusing for people, like friends, to see these photographs and then tell them, and their reaction be like, what do you mean, they're stunning women? And then, you know, kind of explain the whole kind of cultural thing of Thailand, of how, you know, ladyboys are quite transgender people, sorry, are very accepted part of society and very tolerated. And but again, for me, I saw these pictures and I was just like, I want to go to Thailand, I want to be a ladyboy. And it was just, yeah, it was kind of incredible, but again very painful, because I didn't know how to become the person that I was looking at. And by this stage I really knew that that's who I wanted to be. I mean, I had a really typical kind of you know, male childhood growing up. I had two older brothers. You know, I grew up with all their kind of toys of like, you know, G.I. Joe and Action Man and Star Wars and stuff like that. And because I didn't have like a sister when I was growing up, I didn't have any dolls to play with. I couldn't like have a sister whose clothes I could like dress up in or anything like that. So I grew up with like really male stuff, and I was really quite happy doing all that. And I used to go out and play soldiers lots and stuff like that. And, you know, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. And then when I was like about 14, 15, I was really into the army, and I was going to try and join the Royal Marine Commandos. And so I kind of had this duality of like doing things that were kind of very, very, you know, normal, and things that I enjoyed and that I was interested in, which were very kind of male stereotypical things. But then under the surface, I also knew that that I wasn't like, was this really what I wanted? Because I was genuinely interested in these things, but I wanted to be female. And looking back now, a lot of it really makes sense. But that's a whole other video that I'm going to make another time. So I hope you guys have found that interesting, and I will post something else next week. So please carry on sending me your questions. I'm kind of running out of them at the moment, so keep hitting me with your ideas. Please put them in the comment box below, and please carry on sharing my videos. Please carry on subscribing, and help just grow my channel. And yeah, really love getting comments from you guys and engaging with you. It's really cool. So stay gorgeous, and I will see you all next week. Bye.